everyone?
Kyle's in the studio and the other two are eating my lunch.
Oh, about time. What are you doing?
Kyle's working.
He wants to talk. He just texted me.
Nobody's going in.
We'll see about that.
Hurry, guys. Lunch is going fast.
I better get some for Kyle.
Something's wrong. He's not answering.
Well, nothing's wrong.
Why are you not listening to me?
Welcome to Sleuth 101, where each week we give a comedian a crash course in criminology as we challenge them to sort the truth from the lies and the innocent from the guilty. This week, our celebrity sleuth is a man who's made a career out of getting away with funny business. Please welcome Frank Woodley. Very dapper with half your collar up, Frank.
Yes, I'm feeling just like I'm a deduction machine. I'm feeling the trench coat. It just makes you feel smarter.
So, Frank, when you watch a detective show, are you one of those people that's got the answer before they give it to you?
Sometimes, particularly if I'm watching Columbo, because they actually show the murder at the start.
OK, Frank, so I'm going to tell you what your mystery is.
All right.
Kyle Bowman, lead singer of 70s rockers The Dead Dogs, was murdered earlier today, stabbed with his own aria.
OK, The Dead Dogs, lead singer, aria, OK.
Yep, good so far, you've
good.
got it all.
Okay.
OK, so there's 4 people that could have committed the murder. But first of all, Detective Woodley, you need to check out the scene of the crime. So I can tell you that this is Kyle Bowman's own recording studio. He died conveniently inside that red outline. You're standing on the dead man's groin just there, but that's good that you've moved. Now, forensics people have already been through. They've taken the body, hopefully to the morgue. Have a look around, see what clues you can find.
I've noticed when I came down here, there's a little bit of a mobile phone there. So he was probably, I suspect he was on the phone when he died. So he must have been, or something, not sure. Over here, he's obviously, he's a man with a talking penis because he's got... Oh, here, we've got something here, his arias, and then, oh, there's a little baby aria there. We've had a couple of arias have gotten into a bit of and 9 months later, a gold record.
Okay,
there.
so now, do you want a little bit of colder, warmer action, or should I just
colder, warmer, bring it on.
Okay, colder. Warmer.
Oh, there we go. It's a little bit of paper that has the word Appia on it.
Nice, I'd keep hold of that too, Frank.
I'll hold on to that. So I've got a phone and I've got a little Appia. Keep the colder and the warmer going.
Colder.
Ah, that's hotter! Why didn't you tell me that was warmer?
Arctic, so Arctic. Warmer. Down, disturbing.
Oh, here we go. So it looks like an earring to me.
Well done.
OK, there we go.
So if you come over here and give me the mobile phone...
Right, put that in there.
I'll send that off to forensics.
Okay.
But you keep hold of the earring and the piece of paper because they could come in handy later.
Right.
Now, obviously, these clues aren't going to mean a thing to you until you learn the events leading up to Kyle's death. So I think it's time that we meet the first suspect. Ian Rossi, Kyle's head of security. Now, Ian is the longest-standing member of the Dead Dogs fan club. He turned up to so many gigs that Kyle gave him a job as personal bodyguard. Now, given that Kyle's just been killed, clearly Ian's not so good at it. So, let's hear how events unfolded according to Ian.
Oh, we got there about 9:30. Who thought this day would bring such a sad loss to the pantheon of rock? The day started so exciting. Kyle was finally finishing the last song. A single that was going to put the Dead Dogs back where they belonged. Jessica, the record rep, was there. Barry, the only member of the band apart from Kyle, left in the Dogs. And Kyle's wife, Abby, all on time. Of course, Kyle marched to a different drummer.
Running Kate. What does that mean?
It's running late. He's crap at texting.
Do you write this contract too? I can't understand all these abbreviations. GST, APRA. And what's this one? BARRY.
That's your name.
Oh, yes.
I wanted to chat to Carl's missus about my wedding plans. It was only 2 weeks away and I had a lot to organise. What do you think about white doves?
What?
Oh, no, they look so beautiful when you got married to Kyle.
That was when he married Harriet?
Oh, that's right. You were just his PA then. That's right, I get confused because Harriet was his PA too.
Bastard.
Ooh, it's not every day you win a Lifetime Achievement Award. Kyle's been partying.
Is that what you call it? Rock legend Kyle Bowman parties hard with Lily Allen.
Oh, she's got a father fixation. It's nothing. It sounds like a great night. You did have a word to him about my invitation. Yes, I did, mate. And apparently it got lost in the post.
Like your tongue got lost in her ear.
But what do you want me to say?
Sorry would be nice.
Kyle never says sorry.
Right, let's get to work. We've got an album to make.
Yes. Executive boss lady has spoken.
After that, I didn't see anyone for about half an hour. I remember it clearly because I had some really important decisions to make about my wedding in a fortnight. Swans or fan? Jessica went into the studio for a couple of minutes. She picked the wrong time to come out, though.
I will. The songwriting credit's always gone to the Dead Dogs, not just Kyle Bowman.
When Barry came out, he passed Carl's wife, Christine. I mean, Harriet. Sorry, Abby. It's hard to keep track. When she came out, she was a bit upset. I've seen them come and go, but they're just never good enough for Kyle. The only other person I saw come into the building was the pizza delivery guy. Can I come and have lunch with you guys and Kyle?
No.
You're welcome.
Now, everything Ian said was true, but he may have omitted some important details, and the only way you're going to find that out is to ask him yourself.
Shall I ask him myself?
I think you should.
Okay.
Frank Woodley, Ian Rossi.
Okay. Ian!
Hello, brother.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
Hello, brother.
Good to... So, Ian, you must be devastated.
Heartbroken, brother. He was like, he was family to me. He was everything. You know, I loved him. I loved him like a brother.
Yeah, did you kill him?
No.
I thought I'd give it a try early on, make for a short show, but I thought I'd just, you know, you never know. You must be feeling incredibly heartbroken that you've failed your mentor, the great man.
He's gone, mate. He's gone. And he was going to be best man at my wedding in 2 weeks. I'm getting married in 2 weeks.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, we met at a concert. She threw her knickers on stage. She was still in them at the time. But...
what's Kyle's current wife's name again?
Abby.
Abby.
Abby's
it seems like Abby's not too happy with Kyle at the moment.
Oh, I think she's trouble. Yeah.
Yeah. How did you think she might have?
I don't know. See, I'm not allowed in.
Right.
I don't have a security pass. I have to stay outside. So I can only see what's going on through the door.
So when they call in security, you're not allowed to go in. That's appropriate then, calling in security, because you probably have quite a bit of insecurity. Well, no, don't take this the wrong way, Ian, but at this stage, everybody's a suspect. You know, you, Abby, Cal, I haven't ruled myself out, and I've got my eye on that creepy guy in the third row of the audience.
And Frank, I think you've had enough chit-chat, I think, with Ian. We've actually got some results in from the pathology lab.
Oh, that could help.
Now, the autopsy has been done. The wound was consistent with Kyle being stabbed with some force with the ARIA award. Now, seeing as it was found halfway through his body, not so much of a surprise there. I think the official terminology is Kyle kebab. OK, so I think it's time to move on to suspect number 2, wife number 3. Abby Bowman was Kyle's personal assistant during his second marriage. The assistance she offered was so personal, she was quickly promoted to home wrecking hussy.
I come to the studio every day. It's part of being his muse, you know.
You stay just as beautiful as you are.
You really think I'm beautiful?
Oh, baby, you know I do.
I'm sorry I made such a fuss about Lily Allen.
Oh, it's all right. I forgive you. Now I want you to go and wait in the band room with Barry. No, because I've got a little surprise for you later.
So then I just sat for an excruciating half hour with Barry.
And what does intellectual property rights mean?
It means owning the songs.
And who is the contracted artist?
You are.
And what does relinquish mean?
Give up!
Just starting to understand it.
No, the contract is forcing you to give up your right to owning the song.
But I write all the drum bits.
The drums are the same in every song.
Now, that's how I write them.
Take it up with Jessica.
I will.
With Barry gone, I got to pursue my little hobby. It's not that I don't trust Kyle. Actually, it is. I knew he was hiding something.
Not now, babe. Kyle's working.
I'm sorry, but I know what you wanted to talk to me about.
You do?
I found the tickets.
Yeah, look, I can explain.
It's a fabulous surprise. It'll be like a second honeymoon. 2 weeks from now, we'll be walking along the beaches of Samoa. Just me and you and Lily Allen.
Actually, it'll just be me and Lily Allen.
What?
3's a bit of a crowd, although it can be fun.
That was the last time I saw him alive.
Looks like a motive to me. Frank, meet the grieving widow.
You know what I'm thinking, Abby? There's a song, You Always Hurt the One You Love, from the 50s. Wonderful song. I originally thought the lyrics were, Your walrus hurt the one you love, which was confusing. I mean, no, Wally, no! You know, but you know the point I'm making?
I know. I mean, look, I did lose my temper over
You didn't just
Lily
lose
Allen.
your temper, Abby.
That's mine.
Yeah, you
Here,
might
where
want to
did
get the matching set happening again.
I do. I've got it.
Have you?
When I got home, I didn't have the other one. Where did you?
I found that on the scene of the crime, with a little bit of help from Cal.
Look, I did lose my temper over Lily Allen, but the thing you have to know is that when I got home, he sent me a text message, right, which said, I'm sorry. Which is a big deal because, one, he rarely sends text messages, and two, he never says he's sorry. So it was like 2 shocks in a row in the same day. And then, obviously, we found his dead body. So it was 3. It was a very shocking sort of day. I'll have to do extra yoga this evening just to settle myself. Do you want to know who I think it was?
Yes, I do.
Jessica. I don't know if you know this, but she didn't want me to go into the room when we found him dead. She said, don't go in there. And I don't know about you, but if I just killed someone, I wouldn't want the person I just killed, wife, to go in there. And you know the other thing? She's really scrunchy towards me always. Like the other day I was like, you should wear more mesh. And she was like, no.
Now, I don't want to interrupt, I'm sorry, but we have run out of time because we've got some new evidence from the boffins in the lab.
Oh, good.
There are only 3 sets of fingerprints on the aria. Kyle's, Barry's and Lily Allen's. So maybe we should see what Barry and his fingerprints have to say for themselves. Barry is the only surviving member of the original Dead Dogs. He's been with the band for 22 years, except for the 6 months he took off to do a solo album, on which he played every instrument. All of them drums.
The day didn't start well. Kyle was starting on the last song. Now, usually we lay down the drum track first, but Kyle's been acting funny lately. I realised why when I read the contract.
What's this about? The songwriting credit's always gone to the Dead Dogs, not just Kyle Bowman.
It was his idea, not mine. Talk to him about it.
I will. Kyle.
Not now, Kyle's working.
Yes, now. Why not now? This contract is a joke.
Can we deal with this when I get back from Samoa? I'm having trouble with this song.
When are you going to Samoa?
2 weeks.
Why am I always the last to know? I'm as much a part of this band as you are. Well, look at these. It says Dead Dogs, not Kyle Bowman. I co-wrote all our songs. I could even help you write that one.
All right.
Eh?
I'm having trouble with this. Got these chords, but haven't got a chorus. Haven't got a verse either. Haven't got any lyrics at all.
Right. I love you.
Maybe something a bit more original, Baz.
I love that you smell than my mum. No, wait on. I've got a better one in me. I love the lovely thing about you that is so lovely. My love, I love you. Tell you what, I'll sign the contract.
You know, it makes sense, Baz.
Anyway, if you need a friend, you got my number.
Baz, hang on. Give me that. I'll have another one back to you ASAP. Soon.
I hung around the band room for a while, thinking about what had happened. It was a little confusing. And then I realised he must have liked one of my lines. Probably the one about smelling better than my mum. So I started to work up some new musical ideas. That's when I saw that Jessica. She looked like she was up to something. I don't know what time that was, but I was getting hungry. Later I heard the buzzer, and soon after, in walked this vision of loveliness.
Pizzas!
Okay, Frank, Barry is all yours. Remember, though, he is a drummer, so short words and talk slowly.
Barry,
Frank?
just between you and me,
Yes?
I reckon you're the brains of the outfit.
Oh, thank you.
I reckon that comparing Kyle to you is like comparing Mozart to the guy who wrote the ding on the microwave. You're the genius. That's my feeling.
Oh, thanks, Frank.
But all those drummer jokes,
It's not fair, is
they
it?
just keep coming, don't they?
Yes. Like, do you know any?
What did the drummer ask the band leader?
What?
Do you want me to play too fast or too slow?
Yeah, so far I don't understand, but go on, yeah.
How do you make sure that the stage is level? You know, when the drummer's drooling out of both sides of his mouth. They kept coming, didn't they, Barry?
Yeah.
How did you feel about that, mate?
I never understood them, so it didn't offend me.
I think it did offend you, mate. And you know, revenge is a meal best served hot. But after that, then there's the just desserts. I'm very, very happy with that, Barry.
Yeah, good.
I think that was terrific. I'd feel a little bit more impressed with myself if I hadn't stolen it off the woman from Murder, She Wrote. So I found something on the floor and it says APIA. Any idea what that might mean, Barry?
Well, initials are really a strong point of mine, but I would think something to do with pensioners' insurance, maybe? And you know what, Frank?
I'd like to hear
Big mystery, this one. I ordered 3 garlic breads, only 2 arrived. Get onto that one, Mr. Detective.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, to break your rhythm, but we do actually have some fresh results in from the lab.
Okay.
Kyle's shirt had oily finger marks on the back. Now, we can't get prints off them, but the oil showed traces of both almond essence and garlic. An ambitious cologne or something more sinister? Now, there is only one suspect left. Jessica Pride, Kyle's new record rep, who once said that the problem with the music industry is there's too many freaking musicians. They weren't her exact words, I'm paraphrasing, because after all, this is a freaking family freaking show.
Kyle's reputation preceded him, but I wasn't going to let him walk over me. And I was obviously getting through to him because he called me into the studio to have a chat. Kyle, what's happening?
Shh, come over here. I want you to hear something.
Look, I've been listening to the demos, and to be perfectly honest...
Stand here and listen. Great acoustics. Even the silence has got reverb.
Right, we don't have time for acoustics. Nor do we have time for, let's have a look, in-house astrologers, bouncy castle hire, or flying in the Stockholm Meme Collective.
They are an internationally renowned performance.
They're a mime troupe. Now that I'm in charge, all of this is going to stop.
Whoa. Kyle doesn't let suits tell him how to make music.
Well, if this suit doesn't hear a hit song with a decent chorus by this afternoon, she is pulling the plug 2 weeks early. After putting a rocket up him, I knew it would only be a matter of time before he responded.
You need a friend. You got my number. You can come
That wasn't on the demo, and it had hit written all over it. And then the pizzas arrived. There was no way I was going to interrupt Kyle now.
Pizzas!
So that single's going to be released posthumously. Significant? Frank, Meet Jessica.
It's all about motive, Jessica, I believe. And why would somebody kill an artist they represent after 10 years of work? You know, they're about to finally release something. Unless, of course, that could be released posthumously and the back catalogue just goes through the roof. Sounds like a pretty good motive to me.
Absolutely. Very.
Is that a confession?
No.
Okay, I thought I'd tricked you into something there.
No, it's every producer's dream.
Right.
That, you know, the Kurt Cobain happens to their artist. I just got lucky.
You got lucky. That's rather callous, isn't it? I mean, you don't just hold your wallet. You fondle it.
Look, it's my job, all right?
You caress it. You molest it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's what I do. It's what I do well. Money does not sleep. Time is money. You have me here. Ask me some questions. Get on with it, so I can get this album out. Grease sales have a very small window of opportunity, and I'm very happy today. And don't spoil it for me.
I don't like you.
I don't like you either.
You're not nice. And not nice people, they've got a bit more of a tendency to go, "Yeah." So at the moment, don't leave town. Don't even leave this area of the studio.
Now, Frank, I have to ask you to unhand the lady. I think you've got her reeling, though, with your incisive
Oh,
questioning.
she's on the ropes.
Now, we have got results just in.
Okay.
They've done an autopsy on the phone. I'm using the technical term for that here, I think. It turns out that only Kyle's prints were on the phone. His last text was to Abby and did in fact read, "I'm sorry." And the last photo taken with the phone was this. Rather flattering angle for any lady. Okay, that's it. That's everyone. So have you worked it out? Is Ian the inept bodyguard capable of assassinating his idol? Did Abby kill Kyle in a fit of jealous rage? And what about Barry? Maybe his drums aren't the only thing he's whacked recently. Or Jessica, has she arranged a different type of contract? Here's a clue for you at home. Think about what the holiday to Samoa might mean to someone. Have you worked it out? I gave you at least a second. More importantly, has Frank worked it out? Let's see. So, Frank, you've spoken to every suspect. You've seen all the clues, whether or not you realised it at the time. It's time now for you to make a decision.
Well, I must admit I'm feeling pretty confident about knowing who it is because I saw it written on your notes before. No, I didn't. But I think I'm feeling, I've got a good feeling about this.
OK, well then it's time to Sherlock it up, Mr. Woodley. In you go.
Hey guys. Hello everyone. I've based my analysis and my deduction not so much on the clues, but on having watched a lot of detective shows over the years. Who would be most likely to have done it based on how likely they are to have done it, if that makes sense? So, for example, Jessica, it's you, isn't it? You must have, so it's not you. That's the way I'm working here. Then I would actually say that, Abby, you've been heartbroken and the heart is a very vulnerable, and so next I reckon it's not you either. Barry, you would have gotten certainly a lot of cassiola. So I reckon probably not. Whereas Ian, as far as I can tell, you love the guy. You're the least likely to have done it. So in my books, that makes you the most likely to have done it.
Well, Frank, let's see if you're right. Will the murderer of Kyle Bowman please reveal themselves? But not in a weird way.
It was me. I loved the guy, but he was going to be my best man, and now he isn't because he was going to Samoa with that tramp Lily Allen.
It's okay, Ian. It's okay,
I didn't mean to do it. It was an accident. He just fell on that pointy thing.
I'll take it from here, Ian. Thank you for your charming honesty. Well done, Frank. Now, it should have been the happiest time of his life. But when Abby stormed out of the building, Ian made a shocking discovery. Kyle had booked a holiday for the same weekend as Ian's wedding and had obviously never intended to fulfil his promise to be his best man. When the pizzas arrived, an errant garlic bread provided the perfect opportunity for the heartbroken Ian to go and have a chat with Kyle. Ian tried to get Kyle to cancel the holiday to Samoa. The capital of which, by the way, is Apia. But Kyle was unmoved. Ian lost control and pushed Kyle in the back, leaving traces of wedding cake almond icing and garlic from the garlic bread on his shirt. Seeing what he'd done, Ian fled in a panic. And with his dying breath, Kyle tried to text his killer's name, but owing to one mistype and damn predictive text, Ian Rossi became, I'm sorry.
I did see that, actually, but I forgot to mention it.
There were some other clues that you might have missed. Kyle's final melody was being whistled at the very start by Ian, who couldn't have heard it unless he'd been in the studio, something he claimed not to have done. And by the way, Abby did lose her earring, but it was when she was just hugging Kyle. And the photo of Jessica on the mobile was really just the childish Kyle trying a bit of cheeky upskirting on his record company rep. Who hasn't done a bit of that? It all seems so clear now, doesn't it?
Look, it's so sad, Ian. It's not. Nobody's happy with a result like that except for me, because I guessed it.
Well done. Next week, we've got another mystery for you. And did you spot this week's actual red herring? Go to our website, let us know. While you're there, check on the Sleuth 101 interactive game and you can get an advanced clue to next week's show. Until then, that's Frank Woodley. I've been Cal Wilson. Good night. Next week, we double-click on the murder option when a computer game inventor suddenly finds himself in need of a second life.
The most powerful man in my universe is Mordok. That's gross.
Guest detective Claire Hooper will be up to her virtual neck in Avatar's Nerds and Trojans.
Thinks he's going to be so rich.
It's one for the books, or should I say one for the Kindle.
We'll try and stop you.
Cash would be taken care of.
That's Sleuth 101 next week.